Think you have a bunch of funky females that's lined up to attack a boy from '04 when his father is not present, but you claim you want to still be seen to this day for something with a shirt off in a dance that doesn't relate to when I wake up. It's the 16th today. It's a Friday, and it could relate to where that I had to stand counsel with my wank and my job. Where did I wake up at, and what position was I in, and what did I do first related to the variety of things in my environment. That when I was in elementary school, they claimed they took me out of elementary school because they claim that they in the future they wanted to be seen as something because it's the 16th today. That was also from '04, and last night was the 15th after I lost my key before I used my pepper phone for the first time. And then I didn't eat no dinner, but I guess I had to put this one, and it was kind of empty now. But then when three parts of the sleep could be three parts from 22, and then it could also be 3 nights from the closer to the new zodiac after they try to release an eviction letter because they say that when I woke up they were lying to attack me. Like when the girl returned, because I used to live here on my own after 2004 before 2010, and then again 3 years later the lady returned after uh, maybe we might have been together in a different collaboration than a church or an institution or yeah, why you see. So sometimes people will say, why is it that people are appearing trying to attack me like people were before them? And then I also mentioned that it's the 16th today. There was 16th before two institution double, and there was also 16th before there was a connection of double institution, not just double year, where it could relate to some things that you might see here and some things that were placed would be when people already existed just like others before they thought that someone was fearing them because they had no freedom when they were saying that they were some type of adult who wanted to blame people for saying that their situation or their reality was based when Kobe, when they say that they were gnashing their teeth or some type of angry person who wanted to see in secret at a time they claim that their reality is not related to them saying they were just playing or them saying that people were already before them. And when whatever age of year or time they try to relate to a difference of if you put 2004, I might get like uh, two institutions because I'm the type of person I fight for what I believe. I just don't want people to lounge around for free and say that they can evict people because I had my first apartment when I was 17 and my first job when I was 15. You see? So sometimes when I do my media, it took me a long time to get all this stuff. So I don't want people to destroy it for free, saying that they tried to change my appearance and change my life because they wanted to harass me because their life was based on people in secret who say that when you put the come around the Trump in the time of election after there was a time they want to say that it relates to them telling people that they want to be feared for a false reality because you're musty and you stink, but you claim that you want to be harassing, evict people because you claim that you have secret people lined up to attack a young man because you're a scammer, but you claim that when a boy has put his life, he can't get justice because you warn that people can poison his food and you can hide in secret because you have the power to scam people because you claim he's not crazy and you do exist, but you want to tell people that you immediately come out with a nasty spirit when the boy just wakes up in a peaceful time because it could be a 16 in between zodiac and it could be a 16 after 2004 because some people who existed before people after 2016 could also be the fourth when some people existed before people before 2020. So it could be an institution, or it could be a person of age, or it could be an attack after 2015, adult, or when people were already that age when I was younger. Some people didn't were already 35, 40 years old, but a 35, 40, 20 is different than a 35, 40, 30, and a 20, 30 is different than a 20, 25. So When it's the 16th today, it's not the 31st, and the 20th already happened. 20-year already happened, but it's not the 2031 after 16 because there's already time. When I linked my Facebook account to my Nintendo Switch the other day because it was after Beacon when people might have existed under Skokie or under First Swedish might have been before a placement, and then age 16 might have been after 2001, and then elementary might have been before 2015, preschool might have been before 2020, and Sunday school might have been before 1998, before whatever 22, 17, 2016, inside a box outside of arrangement of the fourth year inside of the 3 point 28, and then the other 3 point zodiac, and then the they'll switch around 3 point 2004 6 down to 12 under the calendar outside of the higher years to a cycle of the next year 5 would be 17 election, and then the next year 32 would be 33 versus 7 years out of a piece of 1 or 5 set inside of a box that's mentioned in the arrangement of a rise of the 8th month of 20s, and then 33 out of 1990 thousands. And then it might even be because someone might get offended when I had my first job and I built my stuff, and they might really be in secret. I might not even be crazy when they lock me up saying that they wanted to be seen for something when I pointed out their false reality when it mattered to me. The difference when they say that, oh, you were a scammer and you were jealous and offended and you were stalking a nigga 24/7 because you claim that you got offended and wanted to isolate people because you claim you want justice in secret. That's not related to people you claim don't exist, bro. So I guess like when I speak from boldness, the righteous are bold as a lion, bro. So when people say, "Oh, German lady started attacking nigga again in 2024," after the little boy and thing German boy, they were saying, "Why is it that they was already existing before others?" When they claim I didn't even want to go there, but the lady would say, "Go, go, go." Then why don't you go and be social? So you are aware of I for you. So sometimes when my father was not present at this time, and they say when I call on God, they say that when I can't fight for myself because they say that people is really crafty and intelligent. So when you have a bunch of funky females lined up, I like my girls a little differently at a certain age. Might have been after 2004. People might exist in 2017 before you try to bring your big fat hocus pocus, big roly poly, big clown, big chubby, what is it called? Big clown, uh, humorous, big, funny, comic book out. You see? So sometimes people would say we see because I'm really accurate, you see. So sometimes when people, I don't do like verses like nigga because I go to church, but not when I see dark skinned niggas trying to say that other people want to steal my identity because when I pray to God, I only do things in a certain time frame when it's God. So when people say, "Oh, we want to fight," you also have to be ready to fight people. You also have to be ready to throw hands, not to grab a gun and say you murderous. And I wouldn't do my comedy and my singing and my dance if people was going to kill me. Some other people could get away with things. That's why when it's the West Side and Boylan and CTC communities, it might not relate to people from Almason or people from North Side Library or people from a certain way. When someone tries to be seen as a gangster, boy, I can depict you, bro. It means that what if someone was saying, "Oh, I was from over there from a time." I know the difference, bro. I could point out Big Mo, bro. I could point out Bo 7. But you claim that you want to harass and be feared for being a big mole or some big nigga that you claim us people can't see in the spiritually of what you claim. You try to hide in secret peekaboo nigga, bro. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So sometimes you could be the biggest nigga in the black community, and it could be Julius Caesar was the smallest nigga. I'm not afraid of you. So it's not even about being afraid. It's about being humane judgment. If someone says, "Hey, you can do what you want to do," but you telling me that people were trying to judge me for having my first job and moving forward to get my woman with a whole bunch of stanky church females trying to say that there's some type of person trying to answer people how long before people existed after that shit to come in this month and in the time when people didn't even exist the fourth year before double 2016 yet to come 2032, not 12. So this is 16 today. I guess it's a Friday. Sometimes I'll be like, people check, but I guess the management, like, what if they try to judge me, but they claim there's no tribes available for judgment because they claim they're the only one in secret that's not related to Chicago before others existed. After they claim that there might be a elementary black school and there might be a Brenneman black progression, but there might be like something like a West Side, something like a Chase, something like a Price Church. So people don't really realize if I like a little dark skinned girl, people will be like, "Hey, why is it that when he mentioned Madeline, he mentioned that there was a girl that she might have got lucky, but she was kind of like black though." So when you put the Eustace girl, yeah, she pretty, but why is it that when you mention a black girl and it's different? Why someone will try to switch to a white side and say, "Hey, why is nobody judging you?" So sometimes when it's a black girl, they might want to be seen for being like a girlfriend, not a sex bone. See? So when people say the North Side girls is like a destiny, because she say, hey, there's nothing wrong with that because she thick. So men could change things. Sometimes people couldn't dance at a time with a German lady chubby and marble, but some people could fix things who really from over there, bro. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So sometimes when people say, oh, I could get married to a young nigga, it's like it's a certain way that I like my girl that could not be fixed, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So and people say he's God niggas from the winter girl because they be like, oh, Maurice. Because it's funny because like girls have that power because it's a 500 power, you see. And when a girl says, oh, she pretty, you have to see because that's why this is yellow and this is yellow, but it's in the same box. As some people will see yellow and yellow, it could be completely different colors. This could be albino, and this could be the nigga of an orange nigga with color. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So sometimes he's like we see, but you just have to make sure that when niggas tick, you have to be on a certain level, see? So sometimes it's guaranteed. So like, yeah, I'm fast, but it's not even about comparing to the north side. It's about being in council, you see. So sometimes niggas could get burned, but not if a nigga stay in council, you see. So sometimes when people say, oh, there goes J. Cole, there goes Montana, there goes CJ, I don't, yeah, you raw, but you not know that's what I'm trying to tell you. So some people have God in them because they're gangsters, because they see evil, because it must be coming from someone like Hampton, you see. So sometimes people be like, why is it that I'm seeing a lame nigga? Because it's Hampton and Dre versus Price and other that they say that their spiritual eyes is trying to warn people that when a black man exists, some people want to have a small head and be decent with a black father. They don't want Dookie nigga saying, oh, we see. Because my dad got the thick says sometimes be a thick could separate people from a different box. So that's how it goes. So women will be thankful because they'll get to express themselves. But what if someone was like black nigga? You could be black nigga, be handsome, but if you Duke nigga, it means that you might hate on a nigga who's not even from this tribe though. So some people will say a girl will try to get the best of people, but they don't want to give them the apple when they say that they can't compete with other women because they don't know the difference of what a young man points out that they say wasn't true when they couldn't even see things that they claim their eyes is open because 2020 already has happened before others existed after 2015 and the 16th today after a special 15 of '04 with a 30th on the other side of 2028. All 15s before 2004 and all more than 30 and 16 on the other side of 2028. And then in the middle, it could be all middle months, 2016 to 2026. That's how it go. And then we could do a middle 2015 to 2004, and then we could take one 1590 and we could put it from like a 2010, and we could separate the 31 above 90 and 11 under 31 because that's how today is in the 8th month with letters, and that's when I wrote on my tablet the other day what my birthday was after I opened my Pepper phone after I lost my key before I played my Nintendo Switch for the first time, and I took the photos and I sent it to my Facebook. After there was one more thing that when I went outside to put my computers because they were going to evict me. They say that when it is true, see, because they put my storages up for auction when I was locked in the hospital because they claimed that they were trying to attack me even before that in 2014 courtroom before they even had other people. You see, so when I post my videos, I'm hoping that people can see them because someone claims that they're not associated with the law when they say they want to have a president. From 2016, there was a female running for office just like now, but they say that they weren't a certain age under other people when they try to say that I was old because they were already attacking me before others. So I guess that if you take uh if you take an editing a video is as a way of God, you see. So I'll speak in the video and it does make sense, but sometimes I have to edit it because I move the camera. But if I edit things, it could change the spirituality. But why would I edit it? Like if you see someone who doesn't have a big booty and you put a big booty, why would you do that unless it was like a spiritually or something that someone might understand about what. But what if it's not? What if someone was black, but they put a picture of them being white? What would you do that unless you were allowed? Because it wouldn't be social offense of putting that editing thing of something that people will understand because they'll say, hey, that is what I feel when you speak. That is the truth, you say. But if you don't want to put the truth on recording because it might put someone else in the box who says, I want to relate to that stuff in that time frame, if only it gets an economy from the past of other things, so it's not putting people in isolation. So I guess I might put something from Google from before other people existed in the calendar, and then I might put it after a number of days, but it might connect not through a economy of a movie that was released at that time, but through a picture that depicts something that people might have not known from the past that could have related to a future before people already was attacking me before others didn't even exist. '04 before AK did what before one set, and then after another set, 2016 Return to People before others. So I guess that when I mentioned there was one more thing, and then there was like a start of this video. It could be a box of a different thing. It was something about when my food would be in the same box as something from one from 20 from John Corp, and then this would be and open at a certain time after, and then the night that I woke up after my computers were there will be after my Nintendo Switch upload was after something in between my lost key and my Nintendo Switch, and there's something in between when I woke up this morning, and then the night after I put my stuff there, the night before that would relate to a zodiac, and the 1615 would relate to 9/11, and it relate to the 8th month after something might relate to something in here that will be out of it. It's already there, but it might relate to something out of the box when someone tries to say, yeah, Christianity is good, but I'm a living being, you see? So sometimes people will stop doing dance, stop doing music because they'll say, hey, I'm a living being after Brennan in that kindergarten because I want to be loved by God. I don't want to be nasty people trying to lock me up in a psych ward because they claim that I can't go through for my belief of music, dance, and being skinny at the time. I might have people really might not believe that I was the skinniest nigga when I went to the school, you see. But I had my buffness was buff because people would be like, hey, this is healthy, but only when the teacher says we gotta see, because they'll be like, oh, we might get a shift of a husband. Some people, we might not even have one person married in the school because we're alike. So some people will say when they have a boundary around kindergarten, they might have 40 gone around see two people 40 in the same area of 2015 after a boundary from '07 to 3 year different, not 40 maybe 2015 big jump minus 99 '08 Whitney Houston, you see. So sometimes when people say we see, some people can replace a feeling of someone's hard work, but not if they don't get paid for what they create, because they might say someone's C9, because when it's a German lady after the '08 8th grade, then it might be the Roy Orly 40 before the Alex kindergarten, when it could relate to something that someone says, hey, you can't be seen for something that matters because they say that you have to grow up because people already existed before them in 2016 Green Coat after 99 kindergarten 8th grade, before they say it's not true that they're in secret saying that they was there for years and years before others, because I had to see if like sometimes when it's my size, it's like it might be a thing But to me, I stand counsel because yeah, people be like, we know him. But like when you have to be in counsel, what if people was like, "Oh, it's a black man that changes things"? We have Olympic black men. We don't just have basic high school fast ass nigga. Some people could be the fastest nigga from a whole elementary school and go to a lane nigga school and still get burned senior year. You see? So sometimes people have to stand in counsel because my size is it's like a can. You see? So it does take. So it's like some people when they get not in the wreck, they get like different level, but they try to measure with me. You got to measure with like at least the other people might beat them because they have a different size. You see? People don't realize that sometimes niggas tick, but if they get seen, they'll be like, "Oh, we see." Because I don't, unless I was a little bigger, I would smile. But it's not like you have to stand counsel. That's why my head will stay small. Because some men have a certain weight, like Hampton, he might have a small head. Because some people's head like get bald headed, and people wanted that to happen to me because they were hateful. So if I was young and handsome, I used to not have no place to go. So these people might have tried to say that what happened to them was because of me. But when I wanted to get a girl, I got my first apartment and job when I was 15. So sometimes when people go to the church, they'll be like, man, what if I associate with this nigga? They might get an attack on me before other people exist at 16 after the year 4. It won't be in the box of 8-month zodiac. So I guess sometimes I'll be like, yeah, Marvin, just make sure that it's a done with you because he can tell you that he's in counsel. So sometimes niggas will be like, EUC, but he keeps thinking that he's kind of Kaepernick and Bow Wow will say, hey, why is it that when people don't like isolation with Bow Wow because he sees that he looks like the nigga from Good Times, you see, not even a light-skinned nigga. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So sometimes when people stand counsel, girls will be like, I know what you came from spiritually, not from angels. So when people say that CTC were 3 buildings after the second grade, 2003, they claim that a boy can't speak up of what comes from the truth because it was Jenny before Emerson and people before fire church into 16 after the 4th year, after 4th grade, and then the 8th month after 2008. In between 40 years old and 20 years old, people existed before others after age 33 and a half or 40, age 20 and a half or so. Sometimes when people will say, why is it that Maurice couldn't go to church and get married? Because there might even be Mexicans lined up to say we want to isolate people because they claim that when he followed God, they say that God can't make a move because they say they don't exist when they're trying to hide from people who they want. They're trying to get under their skin because it might be dangerous for a Jericho to exist before 16 and 24 out of 0 and 24 out of 90 exists after church was after 2016 before Jericho returned and Fire Church returned before Heartland because they claim that the boy can't speak up about his belief in God when something might come at a certain time that they claim is not true, that might have related to something that he couldn't put in a box because they were trying to isolate the young man, saying that he couldn't prove that they were intelligent at the time. They try to say that people didn't exist before them and others after them that they didn't exist before. So I guess when I was young, sometimes people would be like, hey, I hit a lick. I'm dancing, I'm singing, but like, what if murderers exist in secret because they say that they can evict people and hide in safety from something that they claim they want to be seen about, but they claim they can use the law to protect them because they claim that when I have a spiritual safety, they say that what if a squirrel came in front of a frog and said it's spiritual, but he was from a history in the tribe where he said, hey, I don't know you, so people try to lay hands on the man, say that they were grown man. At a time they claim that they want the law to be related to them, saying that they don't have no justice when I have to hide for my life. And because these men might be murderers, they might have scammers and police and guns. So if nobody sees my video, then what is it going to happen if they evict me and they have the power to say that he has a mental illness? Because when they locked him in the hospital, they claimed they wanted to be seen for something that he said it matters to me. You could be a psychology person and old person, but for me, it matters to me the difference of I have to prove my life, bro. I can't allow you to live unspiritually. Sometimes wicked people always also means mellow people, bro. So when I'm exhausted, I'm tired, and when it's my sads, people will be like, "I was funded because I gotta get married." You see, so sometimes. So this guy, because say like this guy, because I said, "Oh, I said we can praise the Lord." I know I don't want to be like old person, so you got to realize if you allow people to put a box on you, it's too bad. But someone might save a nigga because people have to counsel nigga because like people is gifted, you see. But what if I was eligible for a more than Brenneman or Jericho, more than Emerson, Goddard? Then what would I do if I could reach further? Because it was a albino girl saying that they was Illuminati, but you're not Illuminati. It might be someone from the future who's the same age before Jenny, not before Vice 2004. You see. So sometimes when people say that time could change, the missing piece that I was talking about, something about when I went to put my computer, then here, and then when I went in the morning time, then it might be here, and then when I went yesterday after I put my computer the day before, and then the day before that night would be something over here, when something could be in the box, and then the chips, the potato chips that were here from the night before will be different than the potato chips that were given to me after. So I guess that when people say we see, right? Because some niggas could get me skinny in a second. They say, Reese, drink some yogurt, because there's a lot of things available. But like people will say, Reese, you don't have to get skinny, but not if it's a lame nigga. So sometimes imagine if someone was like, hey, come on, he wants to get his man, but who would do it? It would be Roy, you see. But someone would say, we see, because you wanted to tell him that you see the difference of yourself when you was associated with open eyes, when you claim people can't go to the next level because you were aware that you were trying to harass a young man for what he claimed was the difference when you tell people that his side was raw, but you wanted to use identity, saying that people can't get the best of you because you look like someone that was before you existed. You see? Sometimes niggas could have people could be the lightest nigga in one school, but they don't even relate to a Trinity revelation, you see? So people was full of hate. When I'm a lawyer, you could be all the lawyer you want, and you could have a nasty spirit. I could put this video left. That don't mean it's on the left side of the screen. If I put this video right, it doesn't mean it's on the right side of the upload. So people have to realize when I'm a lawyer, I want justice, so it's pretty peaceful right now. But in a minute, these nasty people could come out and start riding around beeping like they did in Virginia before the 16 and the 14 yesterday after Virginia after 22. And then people could start like mowing their thing. But what if I get evicted and an old lady says, oh, I'm going to start harassing him like before the fire truck because they say that they're intelligent and their eyes was open when they claim that the lady says that when he knocked on the door, she ignored him. And now they want to tell people that they can evict people because they had a nasty, hateful spirit the whole time. Some people could be the biggest murderer and the hateful ass spirit in secret when they try to bulge my head and say that they want to have a lawsuit a long time after Virginia and 2024 long after Hardy. 20 to 24 Hardys before, after 2004, and 20 Virginia after 90s. So if I reach the 30, it wouldn't need necessary 16 4x12 XX1, not XX4, XX3 even, XX4 Drake would be two balances with a number could mean the balance would change what the number is depending on the weight of the number and the 4 inside of it. Because if I add a degree to it, it would change the location of something that might have happened in America, or something that might happen in Egypt before war in Iraq, or something Pearl Harbor before 2020, or it might even be something like Lincoln, because the whole time these niggas did exist in secret, and they were hateful, so it wasn't even about the eviction, it was about the access that they try to get by hiding in secret, while others were full of jealousy because they claimed that when they locked him in sight, how did you do that unless you didn't have a weapon and a gun, and you claim he had nobody to call on, but you had murderers in the courtroom that you claim were proud to be evil and crybaby because you claim that when he stood for his belief, you think that you could come out and be a fag and say it relates to you because you claim that you were trying to get the best of a young man when you say that your people is a result of something that you claim is not reality. But now you're telling people that the people in secret were existing when his apartment was destroyed, and you were hiding, telling people that when the lady was trying to evict him, you try to tell people you were comfy and saying you were coming into the mayor's house when he had his first job when he was 15, and now you're telling people your nasty not even you exist in a secret, but your nasty intelligence existed in secret. So when I wake up this morning on the 16th, it might be like a 16th of August, a zodiac closer. It's not a 14, even low number 14, high 31, high 31 inside month versus different fourth year, or a low eighth month versus a 16 age, or a 3.4 and 8 in the first, and the next 3, 8 and 2 in the next versus 14, 12 versus 16, 12 will be under the 0-19. I used to play basketball at a certain age after 90, and I used to do my singing at a certain age before music already exists before 16. The 8 month is yet to come by 16, and then the fourth year is yet to come by 8. Will be in the same month before 9/11. Future supposed to come by after 2-1 at the beginning. So if I say that, I want to make sure, like, imagine if you've seen a bird, but there was a whole bunch of birds, and there was already an area where those birds go. What would I have put that was in a certain time frame? Where it might be back to the Aaron Water Show 22 after 2004, and then the year after, and then versus 2001, the year after that, before Sweet Hospital might already be in the same calendar as the double, but the month would be outside of a week, and then the month number it would be the alpha phonics inside of July's before this year, without the 8-month number, will be under the 31, without the first year over a 31 calendar inside the 8 month, and a 4 calendar inside the first 4 months, which would be outside of a meridian, a zodiac at the beginning, and then a connection to the other side going the same way as the end. Well, I might see something, it's like a water in the snow, because it's allowed. Sometimes people will say that the snow is bad, but it's a privilege, because when God works, he wants to see what he does. Because some people might say, we wanted to see in secret the whole time you had a nasty spirit, and you claim that people can't fight for themselves because you tried to attack them, saying that it was inhumane, when now you're trying to laugh because you were jealous when a boy's head was small, and you wanted to make it big because you was hateful with your grandma at a time. You said that you could just murder people in the hospital because these people are corrupted, and they did rise against him at a time when you claim that you submitted him to people after people existed before you, but you want to tell people it was funny because you could hide in safety and destroy things, because you claim that the people in secret didn't exist when he's facing eviction, because he was already getting evicted before this, because they wouldn't give him a job. When you claim you want to steal his social security because you don't have no enemies, bro. But you want to call the police and tell them that they're corrupt because you come from your mama, bro. I'm the type of nigga, I speak the truth when I want justice. Don't play my video halfway and say that you scared to play the whole thing because you read that niggas speak in the spirit of what they feel as a manhood, bro. 2004 before my video, 2016 after you was in secret telling people he can't whip it out because he's staying counsel as a black man of what his purpose on his level, because they say these dookie niggas in the Holy Ghost church is different than a young, smooth American, bro. Now, with Kobe there, they claim that he don't look like Tim Duncan, not the nigga smooth man. Now they telling people you is jealous and corny and ugly because you tell people that when you was in a gang of murderers, this nigga was having his job, going to school, and now you say there was something that he built that he put on video because you claim he didn't have nobody when he said I could show you where I use my resources and justice to expose you as being a fag and speaking for myself, bro. Don't hide in secret and think you eligible to be seen as the justices because you claim that your nasty spirit don't exist. Praise it, praise it, praise it, praise it, praise it, praise it, praises, praises. So it's like sometimes I've been working on my melody. It's like my alphabet of the key, because if you put this on this 5, it will be 5 marked 5 letters. It will be marked 5 letters, and it will move after the red drawer with my Nintendo Switch and the black one with my black sword versus the the red shirt with the Zelda game would be the missing piece of something about the American flag might represent the flag collection of the difference of the prime colors of white, blue that represent a certain freedom. So because people have gotten enough, so someone might adjust the flag depending on what level of isolation of individuality, but they claim they get rights off a flag that's not related to if it wasn't for that flag. They wouldn't get those freedoms of saying they locked someone in the psych hospital trying to make an inhumane condition and disconnect him from private life in the state because they claimed they were embarrassed at the time that they hid in secret and said that we have the power to operate in secret because a boy said when the flag means something differently to me than it might mean to someone who says they don't exist at a time. You try to inhumanely separate a boy from what he built in America at a young age where other people were doing all this free stuff and saying that now we want to inherit things that had nothing to do with your character at a time a boy say it matters to me.